Well, I'm here this afternoon in the Trust Library here at St Peter's with our new chairman, Andy Field. I thought it'd be useful to spend a little bit of time with Andy, checking out his background, his history, and take some thoughts about early reflections on the organisation and his ambitions for us for the future. So Andy, thank you for spending the time with us this afternoon.
Thank you, Suzanne.
So it'd be great if you could just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, well, I'm a Welshman for a start, from a very small village in North Wales.
Yes.
And passionate follower, of course, of Welsh rugby.
Of course.
Chelsea Football Club.
Not so glad to hear that.
Well, there we are. And a certain man from Galilee.
Very good.
Which is what my Twitter profile says.
Before joining us, what sort of professional background had you taken? What was your career pathway?
A game of two halves, as they say. First half being the military. 19 years as an officer in the Royal Signals, serving in Germany, Cyprus, Northern Ireland. Latter part of my career was particularly involved with Northern Ireland. So I then joined the private sector and started with Deloitte, specialising in, it was a variety of things, but programme leadership particularly, sorting out troubled projects, sad to say mainly in the public sector. Yes. Starting with the Passport Agency back in 1999.
Ah, you're to blame.
No, I was the one who fixed it. Eventually, I moved on from there to set up Serco's management consultancy for them, and indeed on to kind of more PLC type work, culminating in COO of Tribal Group PLC.
I understand that you've got a scientific background,
Yes.
Is that right?
So my first degree is in applied physics,
Wow.
which I did at it was called Applied Science, but the Royal
Yes.
Military College of Science at Shrivenham in those days did first degrees.
Familiar with that?
So I went there and did that, and then I have a master's in information system design.
What experience, Andy, have you had in the health field?
So my first experience in the health field was for the Department of Health,
Yes.
when I ended up doing a project rescue for them on the electronic staff records project. But my experience with the health service came more on the non-executive side. So when I finished my non-executive role with DEFRA, I got recruited to be a non-executive at Surrey and Borders Mental Health Trust. And I spent about 2.5 years there before I came here, really learning about mental health services and how the NHS functions, is funded, etc. So that's my real health insight, which is very much on the mental health side.
You've joined us back at the beginning of September, so we're a month into your tenureship with us. What else have you seen whilst because I know you've been out and about enormously meeting lots and lots of people.
Yeah. And I've loved it. I've been really struck by, people's kind of passion, dedication. Of course, what's come through is it's hard. It's hard from a kind of staffing point of view often.
Yeah.
Not enough staff, or perhaps the difficulties because there are staff we've had to draw in that aren't familiar with processes, etc.
Yes, yes.
So that's very, very clear.
Yes, yes.
But the enthusiasm and as well as talking to staff, I've talked to patients, and I particularly talked to patients on my Ashford trip recently, and I have to say universally they were so supportive of what we were doing. And patients here in St Peter's as well.
Yeah.
But it struck me particularly that the ones I talked to in Ashford were 100% saying what a great job we were doing.
So how will you know that you've been successful then, Andy?
I think it's about the temperature of the place. I do try consciously every sort of few months, if I like, to look and sort of take the temperature. I like getting feedback, so I'm very open to feedback, and whether that is, keep your nose out of this bit because it's actually operational, Andy, which is fine, or how about doing this with the board or whatever. So I think we will just know as we move the organisation forward, and we can be anything we want to be. I know that the finances are difficult, I know the staffing is difficult, but with the right kind of mentality, we can move forward, and we're already seen as good. So I think there's great opportunity.
Well, I'd agree entirely. I think we've got huge ambition for this organisation. We've got an amazing team, and working together,
Yes.
I think is our biggest opportunity, and I really welcome your commitment to do that. I really welcome the amount of time and energy you've put into meeting everybody and spending time getting to know the organisation.
Well, not everybody yet.
Well, you're getting there. You're doing a really great job, and I know colleagues are really appreciating it, and I certainly am. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Maybe we'll interview you in 12 months and see what progress has been made. But thank you very much for now.